You're locked in with BB Davis here at BB Love Sports, with sports and gaming is exquisite fusion. Wanted to start off this segment here, sending love and prayers to Morgan State. Of course, if you've been following the latest, Morgan State University had a shooting on their campus. It has made worldwide news. It is so devastating, but there are resilient tones there. And there are moves that have been made to safeguard the students, the faculty, just everyone involved. This is their moment, and God forbid it should be anybody else's moment. But they have made a decision to not have homecoming for 2023, which is one of the first ever, but it's quite understandable with so many unanswered questions and just putting the safety of the school first and foremost. So we send love and prayers to Morgan State, and where it failed these heinous attempts with others, it is the prayers that this doesn't become news in some other campus. But we send love to the Morgan State Bears. All right, week 5 is done and done. Lincoln faced off with Texas Southern Tigers. The Tigers would win that 52-7. Morgan State Bears would fall to Yale Ellis Bulldogs 45-3. Howard University Bisons dominated Robert Morris Colonials 35-10. Miles Golden Bears 40 and Central State Mariners 7. Virginia Lynchburg 10. Delaware State Hornets would be victor 48-10. Johnson C. Smith, by 1 point, Golden Bulls 21 over Elizabeth City State Vikings 21-20 final score. Go Golden Bulls. Fayetteville State Broncos face off with the Bluefield State Big Blues, and they would win it. The Broncos 28-18 final score. Virginia Union Panthers 47, St. Augustine Falcons 7. Virginia State Trojans face off with Shaw Bears 38-19. Trojans would take the win. Winston-Salem Rams would fall to Lincoln PA Lions. Lions would win it 30-27. Hampton Pirates 31 and the Richmond Spiders 14. Albany State Georgia Golden Rams would win it against Kentucky State Thoroughbreds 33-27. Lane Dragons 34, Clark Atlanta Panthers 24. North Carolina A&T Aggies will win by 2 over the Norfolk State Spartans 28-26 final score. Tuskegee Golden Tigers would fall. They were undefeated, but Alabama A&M Bulldogs would win it. This was a blowout 58-3. And if you've been catching a little glimpse at Instagram, Lionel Richie paid a visit to the alma mater of Tuskegee. All right. Campbell fighting camels. That's a lot to say right there. 48. And North Carolina Central Eagles hold on for their win. 49. Go Eagles. MEAC. Southern University Jaguars face off with Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions. This was a sweep. The Jaguars shut out the Lions 27-0. Alcorn Braves face off with Alabama State Hornets. Hornets will fall to the Braves 23-20. Edward Waters Tigers 26. Savannah State Tigers 25. Morehouse Maroon Tigers and Benedict Tigers. Benedict will remain undefeated right now. 27-3. SEAC. Tennessee State Tigers faced off with UT Martin Skyhawks. Skyhawks win this one 20 10. And then you had Prairie View Panthers facing off with Grambling. Grambling would take the win 35-20. Florida A&M Rattlers would face off with the Mississippi Valley Delta Devils. That's a mouthful there, too. But the Rattlers for the SWAC would win it 31-7. That is the finals. So there is a lot of good vibes that's going to be happening, and that's what we have for week 5. Okay, week 6. Gotta go ahead and give my picks. HBCU, Market State Bears, and Stony Brook Seawolves. Okay, coming off this disastrous time right now. Resiliency. I'm going with Morgan State. Delaware State Hornets facing off with Central Con. I'm going with Delaware State MEAC. Fayetteville State and St. Augustine Falcons going with the Broncos. Johnson C. Smith Golden Bulls will face up with the Shaw Bears, going with the Golden Bulls. Virginia Union Panthers and Elizabeth City State Vikings going with the Panthers. Livingstone Blue Bears face off with the Winston-Salem Rams. This is going to be a good game. Going with the Rams. Campbell Fighting Camels and the Hampton Pirates going with the Pirates. Lane Dragon and Edward Waters Tigers going with Lane Dragons. Virginia Lynchburg. This will be a home game for South Carolina State starting at 2 p.m. South Carolina State Bulldogs will face off with Virginia Lynchburg going with the Bulldogs for the MEAC. North Carolina Central Eagles will face off with Elon Phoenix going with the Eagles. Stay undefeated. MEAC. Okay. Virginia State Trojans and the Bowie State Bulldogs. They face off going with the Bulldogs. Tennessee State Tigers face off with Kennesaw State Owls. Come on, Tigers. Let's go. Bethune-Cookman Wildcats will face off with Alabama State Hornets. And I am going with the Alabama State Hornets. Let's go. Howard University face off with Northwestern Wildcats. Let's go, Bisons. Let's go. Grambling Tigers face off with Alcorn Braves. Let's go, Tigers. Villanova Wildcats will face off with North Carolina A&T Aggies. Let's go, Aggies. Let's see what you got. This will be in Greensboro at 4 p.m. That's a 4 p.m. game. All right. Alabama A&M Bulldogs face off with the Jackson State Tigers. This one, I'm going with the Alabama A&M Bulldogs. Let's see what happens. Central State will face off with Albany State, and I'm going to go with the Golden Rams. Benedict Tigers will face off with Miles Golden Bears. Undefeated. Let's go, Benedict Tigers. Let's see what you got. Clark Atlanta Panthers will face off with Allen University Yellow Jackets. Let's see what happens. Yellow Jackets. That's my pick. Savannah State Tigers face off with Fort Valley State Wildcats. All right, we're going to see what the Fort Valley State Wildcats will do. Going with the Wildcats. Florida A&M Rattlers will face off with Southern University Jaguars. And this is going to be a later game. This is going to be at 7 p.m. in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. With this one, all right, let's just go with the Rattlers, okay? And Mississippi Valley Delta Devils will face off with Prairie View Panthers. And with this one, I'm going with the Panthers. We will have scores, play-by-plays on Saturdays, so make sure you lock it in with me, BB Davis for BB Love Sports, where sports and gaming is exquisite fusion. Let's not take our lives for granted. Let's be kind to one another and always stay resilient, and even in that, safeguard yourself, okay, as much as you can, because you have a lot of misery out here and they don't need our company. Keep it locked with me, BB Davis for BB Love Sports. Sports and gaming is exquisite fusion.